Hi. So, despite the number of offensive yards that you guys had today, what areas do you think you can improve on before playing Stanford next week?
Everyone, everyone, in every phase. Offensively, defensively, special teams. There's always mistakes you make that are magnified in defeat or concealed in victory. And again, go in there and own the good things you did and repair the things that we need to repair.
Coach, what was the defensive adjustment after those first 10 points Cal put up? I mean, you guys, I think, like four consecutive stops, four punts, and then your offense really, took that and scored off of it.
Yeah, started complimenting one another much better. Obviously, the block punt is a huge game changing type of deal that they rallied back from, which is encouraging. That was one thing that we talked about in the locker room after the game is despite all the things that we did to kick ourselves in the gut, we never flinched, and that's a good thing. You don't want to be tested in that way, but how they responded was good. I think tackled better, fit the run better, made plays on the ball in the secondary better, and that's kind of what they feed off of them being Cal, just as far as the run game and the quick passing game, the crossing routes, disrupting those and making some plays on deep balls.
Back right, wing back.
Coach, can you talk about how the offensive line not only gave Vernon Adams a lot of time to throw, but they also opened up a lot of holes for all the running backs on the roster?
Yeah, I thought they played really well tonight. That was one thing coming into it in some of their situational stuff. We thought they would be in a three-man rush, and when they did, he was back there and had a ton of time. That one long play down the left sideline to Darren. I mean, he was back there. I mean, just like 7-on-7, and he did a great job of distributing. Sometimes those guys have a tendency when it's a three-man rush, every offensive line, not necessarily us, but just to kind of relax, and we didn't do that, and we really challenged them to run the ball better this week and cleaner, and they did that to a very good degree.
Right here, Jay, on the right.
How would you grade the play of the secondary? I mean, was this one of the better games of the season overall, or what do you think?
I hope so. When we watch the film, there's, it's always one of those things, the result and holding a team like that and a player of Jared's caliber, the receivers around him, the tailbacks that they have, I think the blink view of that could be yes. Then sometimes you watch the tape and you drop a guy on a route and this guy was wide open and they missed, and so you can't make those generalizations too much. But encouraged by just their response to some things, whether it's good or bad, and should be playing with a ton of confidence going forward.
Coach Pelham's in the back. Next question. Any more? Right here on the right, Tyson.
Mark, you guys have had a couple different. I think it was Colorado when Coach Pelham decided to come down on the sidelines. He stuck down there. This game, Coach Neal comes upstairs. Just what's a change on the sideline? It's something you guys plan for, but just what's the difference for you personally when you have kind of coaches in different areas?
Well, for me personally, not much. When I'm on the headset with the defense, it's I'm just on the headset, and that's where most of that takes place. I think their ability to communicate to each other and then to the players is obviously what's most important. And DP can get everybody together. Certainly the back end, the linebackers and the secondary, he was getting with today and communicating what needs to be communicated. Ron taking the defensive line and getting those guys dialed in, and then having Chins and John upstairs. I think that there was a good back and forth of seeing everything exactly how it needs to be seen. That's one of the hardest things that sounds easy, but it's really hard to get a player to come off the field and be able to tell you exactly what happened. And sometimes you can't get exactly what you need from the guys upstairs. And that's an ongoing thing in every phase, not just on defense. And, there's some personnel changes, so we're talking about that. But the end game is, again, just identification, communication, and then getting that communicated to the players.